how is everybody doing? And welcome to the Stat Room. All right, ladies and gentlemen, so before I get into this Week 17 NFL video, guys, let me introduce myself. I am VonnTheStatman. You can follow me on Twitter at VonnTheStatman. And guys, check out the website, VonnTheStatman.com. All right, we had a pretty successful week. We cashed in the 1 o'clock slate, the 4 o'clock slate, and the main slate. We did pretty good, guys. We had a lineup where we had Tom Brady. He was leading our line. I had Justin Jackson gave us 30 points. I had Antonio Brown gave us 15. T. Higgins was the player of the week. He gave me 37. But we had a few stinkers. So when we have guys that let us down, I do this segment called Witness Protection. And this is a segment where I put the guys in that did extremely bad, who we thought was going to help us to win. So let's get ready. So I hope you enjoy this episode of Witness Protection. These are the players who let us down. These are the players who were supposed to lead us to Fanduel glory. These players are in Witness Protection. Hey, Keenan Allen, this is the Stat Man. Why are you staring off into space? Stat Man, I don't even know, man. I'm looking at the thing and I don't even understand how in the world I only had 4 receptions for 35 yards and only gave you 5.5 fantasy points. So, Stat Man, I know I told you I was a lock. So for that, I am in Witness Protection. Hey, Tyreek Hill, this is Stat Man. You starting to be on this list a little too frequent. Anything to say for yourself? Stat Man, don't come for my neck like that, man. I know I only had 2 catches, but we was smacking the fur off of this team. Pittsburgh was no match for us, so they didn't really need me. But I guarantee you against the Bengals, I have 20 fantasy points. So for that, I am in Witness Protection. Hey, Grump, I thought you told your mom to get you your football pants. You ain't need them this week because you only had 1 catch for 23 yards. What, you and Tom Brady not friends? Hey, Stat Man, they didn't really need me. You know, we was beating the brakes off of Carolina, but watch against the Jets, I have 2 touchdowns. So this week, I am in Witness Protection. So I hope you enjoyed that episode of Witness Protection. And ladies and gentlemen, if you have any players that you had in your lines that you thought was going to lead you to Fanduel glory, it was going to help you to take down a tournament, and they did not, please put them in this comment section so we all can see who else should be in Witness Protection. All right, guys, so let's get right into this video. All right, guys, so I'm going to build you a complete line. And the way that I do my lines, guys, we're coming off of a very successful week. We did well, guys. We had a lineup that we had Tom Brady. He did well for us, guys. The player of the week was Higgins. He put up 37 plus. And we had Antonio Brown. He was very inexpensive. He did well for us as well. But then we had the stinkers, and they were also mentioned in Witness Protection. All right, so I'm going to start my video off with the defense. I'm building a cash game line, guys. So I'm building a line because in cash games, guys, if you can get 125 points, you're going to cash, I would say 85% of the time in a cash game line. So this line is I'm going to build a line that I'm trying to get 140 points. Now, if they go off, it can get you 200 points, but we're trying to get a solid 200-point line. So we're not going to take a lot of risks, not going to take a lot of gambles in this line. All right, so we look at the defenses. New England is going to be a defense that a lot of people are going to roster. This is a very safe pick in a cash game lineup because Jacksonville is absolutely abysmal. And Bill Belichick, rookie quarterbacks just don't do well against him. So that's a great defense. Tampa Bay at the New York Jets. The Jets they help the skelter, guys. Like, they can actually score. So they might score some points on Tampa Bay, but they're not going to win. I would say they probably put up like 16 points. They might get a touchdown, 3 field goals, but Tampa Bay is going to roll in this game. Bears and the Giants, I wouldn't roll either one of these teams because you don't know who the quarterback's going to be. Both teams are probably going to be going with backup quarterbacks, so I won't roll any of these defenses. That could be a very sloppy game, but if I had to pick one, I would take Chicago's defense at home. The Saints against Carolina, this is a great play. Carolina is not a good team. The Saints are not a good team, but the Saints at home, they haven't been. If you look at the Saints, let's just look at them real quick, guys. They don't give up a lot of points at home. I mean, they only gave up 14 to Miami. You give up 14, supposed to win. They only gave up 21 to Dallas. They gave up 31 to Buffalo, but I mean, Buffalo is a rare team. They gave up 27. They've given up some points to teams that's not that good. So I wouldn't really but then again, guys, when you see points given up, you have to go back and look at the film. I see in a lot of teams where they give up 27 points, but the defense really gave up 10. You might have had the offense fumble and then kick return for a touchdown. So you have to go back and look at the complete game. Or you could have like an interception, they return it down to the 5-yard line. So it's not just that a team moved up and down the field, because I don't remember teams moving up and down the field on the Saints, but they have had a lot of turnovers. So that's probably why they're giving up more points. The 49ers are home against Houston. I like that, but Houston's young quarterback is balling, so I wouldn't want to play against this young guy. He's playing extremely well. The defense I'm going to give you guys I'm going to give you the Buffalo Bills defense. And the reason why, it's going to be at home. Atlanta plays in a warm climate in the South, and they're also in a dome. So they play in perfect conditions. Buffalo is not perfect conditions. It's going to be nasty. It's going to be ugly. It's going to be wet, probably snowing. So Buffalo defense is who I'm going to go with. At tight end, Mark Andrews is the best tight end in the NFL. Yes, I know I'm a Ravens fan, but he is the best tight end in the NFL. He's doing better than, I'm just talking about this year. He is better than Kittles, and he is better than any other tight end. He's better than Kelsey, Kittles, Gronk, all of these guys. No one is putting up the numbers he's put up. He's had 3 straight 100-yard games. He's the only tight end this year to do that. So you can't go wrong with Andrews. I do like Kelsey. Kelsey should be able to play this week. And against Cincinnati, he's going to get his catches. Kelsey actually I would still say he's the second best. He had a 36-point game. He's going to catch a lot of balls at Cincinnati. If Kelsey is playing, you got to find a way to get him in. Kittles against Houston is great. I'm going to go with Gronk in this one. This will be the only player that we'll gamble with. I'm willing to bet that Gronkowski will not have 1 catch this week. Willing to bet he has 4 or 5 catches. Something tells me he's going to have a 2-touchdown type of a performance. All right, so now we want to go, and I get my quarterback next to last. I go receivers now. So my favorite receiver, Cooper Kupp against Baltimore. I like him, but can you really pay $10,000 for a receiver? But if he does give you 25 points, there's so many receivers today that can get you that. You can go Samuels. Samuels is going to match Kupp, so I would save the money. But the player that I love, man, I'm giving you Tyreek Hill. Tyreek Hill will be needed to beat Cincinnati. You're not going to beat Cincinnati if Tyreek Hill has 2 catches. Cincinnati is a better team than Pittsburgh, so he's going to have to put up points. Pittsburgh and Baltimore it's sad for me to see Pittsburgh and Baltimore in this state, but they got too many injuries. Pittsburgh have a lot of injuries on their defensive line. If Pittsburgh was 100% healthy, teams wouldn't be moving up and down the field on them. But that's what happens. If you look at Baltimore, we lost the number 1, number 2 cornerback. You lost your number 1 blocking tight end, your all-pro left tackle. All 3 running backs is out. Sammy Watkins is out. Derek Wolfe, who's an excellent defensive end, was out. You also have your linebacker. One of your top linebackers is going to be out. You had you had a couple other players that was out. Jimmy Smith was out. So it's tough, guys. But this week, I love Tyreek Hill. At the next receiver position, you can't go wrong with Diggs. Diggs is going to absolutely destroy Atlanta. A lot of people are going to go with Jamar Chase, and I understand why. You got Antonio Brown. I'm going with Brown from Tennessee. I just think Brown from Tennessee, I think he's going to absolutely ball out. And for my last receiver, guys, like I said, you got Chase, you got Allen, you got Lamb, you got Lockett. I love Lockett against Detroit. You got Waddle, you got McLaurin. I'm giving you guys Higgins. Higgins is going to ball out again because Kansas City is going to be focused on shutting down Jamar Chase. So far, this line is looking strong. Now, at the quarterback position, Allen is going to absolutely light Atlanta up, but I don't think he's going to have to because I think they're going to get up big. Mahomes is someone you definitely want to target going against Cincinnati because he's going to light Cincinnati up. Tom Brady, he'll light them up for the first 2 quarters, but I think they'll be up big and he'll sit out. I don't like Herbert against Denver. I don't know what it is about Kyler Murray the last 2 years, once the games get to the end of November, beginning of December, his numbers tail off. Hurts, I love Hurts. He's been putting up 15. How many weeks in a row has he put up at least 15 fantasy points? Look, last week he had a bad game and gave 16. 28, he had one stinker. But look before that stinker, guys. He's had he's had two stinkers in the entire season. And he's playing a bad team this week. So he's a safe play, guys. But I'm giving you Matthew Stafford. And I hate to do this, man, but he's going against my Baltimore Ravens. I don't really see what my Ravens can do. I think Stafford's going to throw for 350 passing yards. I think Beckham gets in. I think Kupp gets in. I think he throws one to the tight end. He's going to throw for 3 touchdowns. The Ravens is just bad. Even though we do get Averett back this week, that's going to help. But they're in the top 6 in offense. So Stafford is going to definitely light the Ravens up. Now, at the running back position, I'm going to go all the way down. I'm not even going to mention all of the running backs. I'll let you guys do that on your own. So I'm going to go down and I'm going to give you Melvin Gordon in a revenge game. I love Melvin Gordon against his old team. I know he's going to get into the end zone. I say he gets you at least 16 fantasy points. And for the last running back, guys, this is going to be a gamble play. But you got to gamble even in cash games. But I'm going with Deontay Foreman. No one's going to play him. And I know Miami is the third-ranked rush. They're like the third-ranked rush defense. But what I want y'all to know, Miami has won 6 or 7 straight games in a row. Look at who they beat. And you tell me if any one of those teams is world beaters. I don't think none of those teams are playoff teams except Baltimore. They beat Baltimore when we had a bunch of injuries as well. But they haven't beat a good team. They're going to play against Tennessee. And Tennessee is a good team. I think Tennessee is going to put up 30 points on this Miami team. So I love that. In GPP, you know what I'm saying, you can go with a different quarterback. But I'll send it out to my Fanduel players who's I'm going to go with in GPP. Now, at the flex position, you got 6.6 left. So you got Williams is out. Jacobs, you got Metcalf, you got Beckham, but I'm gonna give you. I don't know if I have enough money to get him. Yeah, I don't have enough money to get him. I was gonna give you Amon-Ra St. Brown. He's been balling, guys, but yeah, can't get him. He's 6'9". So with having this amount of money left, we still got a good amount of money. So what I'm gonna do, guys, is I'm gonna give you 2 running backs from the same team. And I know that this might seem to be a little strange, but I'm giving you Williams. I think both of these guys get at least 15 fantasy points. Remember, this is a cash game line. And when you play the Chargers, you want to run 30 times against them. Because if you run 30 times, they don't even try to stop the run. They just don't want to give up big passing plays. They'll let you get 5-6 yards of carry because they'll try to stop you inside the red zone. But they haven't even been able to do that. But they are willing to give you a methodic drive. And most teams are not that patient. But I believe Denver will because they're going to have a backup quarterback in Locke, and he's not that good. So that's it, guys. You got the Bills, Williams, Gronkowski, Higgins, Brown, Hill, Foreman, Gordon, and Stafford. All right, guys. So that's it, guys. I'm down now, ready to break down the rest of the slate. So, guys, don't forget to win-win. That means give people what they want so you can get what you want. And, guys, don't forget to think and ink. That means write it down so that way it can come true. So stay tuned for my positive word. And my word for today is body. Ladies and gentlemen, what COVID-19 taught me is to take care of my body because there's no reset button when it comes to your body. There's no do-over. You only get one body. So you have to treat your body like a temple. You have to eat the right foods. You have to cut back on your dairy. You have to cut back on your beef and pork. I cut pork out of my diet in 1999. I no longer eat dairy because the mucus in dairy is what keeps people sick. If you don't believe me, research it for yourself. I don't drink milk. I now treat my body like it's the best thing because without my body, I can't make money if I'm on a hospital bed. So, ladies and gentlemen, take care of your mind and also take care of your body. Because you only get one. Love you guys.